Hello everyone, Blackhawk69 here for another Cadillac Racing Academy track guide. This week will be exciting because we are at the incredible Watkins Glen. This time we'll be running the international boot configuration. What makes it most interesting is that the Cadillac never ran here except for last year's 120 minutes of thunder that used the non-bust up edition, so we don't have any data time-wise. I can tell you this, if you run below 1 minute and 50 seconds, you'll be pretty quick. The Glen would help us caddy drivers as it has many straights and fast turns, which mean we'll be able to put great distance between us and the Kia. Being a high-speed track, you need to be careful not to overshoot the turns. It's pretty easy to keep it on track here, but it's hard to find speed, because often you will drive too hard into the corners. Here the saying slower is faster get its whole meaning, as usually at the end of a few turns, you will get a long stretch. If you mess up those turns, you will pay dearly coming into those stretches. I'm telling you this, if you find a few drivers that have the same pace you have, this will be one of the best weeks you'll have this season. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's lay back and take a look at a lap around Watkins Glen International Boot. Start finish, you are in 5th gear coming to turn 1. At the 200 mark, you brake hard to 3rd gear. It's a head banking turn, so you should accelerate before the turn, tracking out to outside curb without going over. It's a very good place to set up a pass. Turn 2, 3 and 4 are a complex of S's you don't want to miss. The caddy feels on ice here. Coming into them, you are in 4th. Just before turn 4, you upshift to 5th to prevent wheel spin. Beware, depending on setups, the caddy runs out of traction into turn 4 and you will actually lose time. Throttle management is important. You need balls to pass here. I advise against it. Go slower to floor it sooner and set up a pass on the backstretch instead. You come into the bus stop in 6th gear finally. Brake at the 200 marker on your right. Down to 4th, take the shortest line through the bus stop. You should follow the patch of concrete and ride the 4 curbs. Many lines are good through turn 5, just make sure not to overdrive it as you need to be full throttle as long as you can coming out of it. Turn 6 is tricky. All the weight of the car is on the front end, so a lot of oversteer and easy to look up the rear. Still in 4th, coming out of this turn towards 7 is a good passing spot. Turn 7 is a uphill right-hander. Heavy brake between 200 and 100 and down to 3rd. Very easy to overshoot. Stay inside the patch and slowly get back on the throttle right before the apex. Careful as often if you accelerate too quick, the car will come loose on exit. The boot is a good passing spot. Again, coming to turn 8, you brake between 200 and 100. This is a good place to outbrake your opponent. From 5th to 3rd, careful, it's easy to take it too wide and end up in the grass. Turn 9 is weird and slippery. From 4th, down to 3rd. I brake just before the end of the crest and into the turn. A late apex, I accelerate as I hit the apex. Sometime better be slower to set up a pass here. Turn 10 is faster than it appears. Sometimes drivers will brake tap, but I don't. In fourth, I lift at 200, turn in at 100 for early apex, and accelerate as soon as I know I make the turn. Careful, too much speed and you will eat dirt on the outside. Turn 11 in fourth, brake as it gets darker. Once again, early apex. Slow in, fast out. You want to carry as much speed as you can towards start finish line. Phew. Well, that's a lot to keep in mind for a track that has 11 turns, but you'll see that it's really a blast. And usually it's a very popular track, so hopefully we'll get a lot of drivers this week, and maybe the Kias will come out from their hiding spot. As the beginning of the season, there wasn't much Kia to be around, which is why I guess you didn't see much of my race analysis, as it really was just a bunch of position 1 or position 2, and that went throughout the race and passing like 3 Kias. So yeah, hopefully this week I'll have more footage of our pass and just, you know, how to improve a racecraft. Although since I'm on vacation, I won't be able to race before, say, Friday or during the weekend. So yeah, hopefully next weekend I'll see a lot of drivers on the racetrack. So yeah, let's round up the track guide for Watkins Glen, and hopefully I'll see you racing safe on the track. And please, once again, leave your comments and subscribe and like my video. Don't be shy if you have any question. This is Blackhawk 69 for the Cadillac 24 Target Sim Sport.